Hey guys, it's Fang again. It's Sunday. So this week we're just expanding more on gender. As I stated before, I'm genderqueer slash gender fluid. People said I was a girl. I'm like, well, not really, because it didn't feel right. It's like when you put on a pair of jeans and they sort of fit your thighs, I guess, but they don't fit your hips, kind of. Does anybody else have that problem? I mean, it didn't feel right as a girl, so I was like, oh, maybe then I'm a boy, but that still didn't feel right. I'm sort of there, but not really. I'm genderqueer, non-binary, gender fluid. That all fits me better than if anyone were to say oh, you're a girl or you're a boy, or I'm just I'm cute. That's really all that matters, I guess. I actually had a gender identity crisis in fifth grade, and I just hated being a girl. I hated being called a girl, and I hated wearing girl clothes. I just hated it, and I hated when people called me she, and so I actually asked my friends to call me he, which didn't really work out that well because when you're in fifth grade, you're like, but that's kind of weird. So after fifth grade, I kind of flip flopped a lot with gender. I know in sixth grade, I accepted that I was a girl. It's so hard to explain. I mean, I still don't know what's going on exactly. As you can tell by me trying to explain it but doing it unsuccessfully. In the Chinese language, there are no pronouns. There are no she, he pronouns. When I was little, my mom would um kind of flip flop a lot, I guess. So I guess that's what why I didn't really think about it until I started hanging out with friends and doing a lot of school stuff where people would be like, oh, she. In my family, we weren't really raised according to gender roles. That came later when I when my mom was like, oh no, you gotta think about boys and you gotta learn how to dress like a girl. I'm the oldest, so that's how I was raised, and I had to take care of my younger siblings. I didn't find out until later in high school that I was gender fluid and genderqueer because I didn't know it was a thing until then. That's when I joined Tumblr. A bunch of the people I followed posted a bunch of things about that, and I learned more about it, and I'm like, oh, it's a thing, and it was so amazing because nothing was wrong with me, and it was nice to know that I'm not the only one. I thought something was wrong with my brain, and I'm like, ah. I used the umbrella term genderqueer because of how I said that I didn't really feel like a girl even if people called me a girl or a boy. This is how I define myself. So I'm not saying that everyone else who identifies as genderqueer is the same exact way as me. I know I'm definitely non-binary, and I like to use the umbrella term genderqueer. And I use gender fluid because I basically float around the gender spectrum. I don't care what pronouns you call me if you say I'm a boy or a girl. Even I don't know. I have no idea about gender sometimes, so it's okay to have no clue. I remember there was a time when I think my music teacher thought I was transgender because he was telling me about something about if I were to transition into being physically male or something, and then I was like, oh no, I just flip flopping around with gender. I like being female. Anyway, what I wanted to get out of this is it's okay if you don't have any idea and gender confuses you. I think it's okay to have no idea at all. If you just tell people when they ask what gender you are and you say you don't know, I think that should be a valid thing. And then figure out your pronouns. As long as I like how I look and how I feel. If you're comfortable with it, just go with it. If you feel uncomfortable at all, then I don't think it's rude to tell people that you don't feel comfortable with it. I think as you go through life, you'll figure out what you're comfortable with and what you aren't, and that's really all that matters. Dress the way you want, be in the body you want, call yourself by what you want. Sorry, that was all really confusing and probably not that helpful, but even like I don't really know how to define it. I did the best I could. I might try to clarify things down below. Subscribe to this channel. I post videos every Sunday. There's the Tumblr for this that I will link below, and I will also link my Tumblr and my YouTube.